Hey y'all, Ren Carothers here with a quick Future Stars forecast for you. We've got Saratoga underway, and that's the track on which I want to focus. I'm talking about Thursday's card, race 3. We've got 2-year-old fillies going 1 mile and 16th on the turf. Christophe Clement has 2 entries in the race, and the one I want to talk about is the number 3, Mo Normal. She is a daughter of 2010's Breeders' Cup Juvenile Champ and Eclipse Champion 2-year-old colt, Uncle Mo. So actually, why don't we go ahead and take a look back at Uncle Mo winning the Breeders' Cup Juvenile. Well, let's make sure actually that we're going to actually have the audio for you as well, because we want to hear the call. That's part of the excitement, is hearing the energy in the race caller's voice. So let's again check it out. 2010 Breeders' Cup Juvenile, Uncle Mo.
Desperate to hold on, but Uncle Mo is breathing down his neck, and Uncle Mo is let loose, and look at him stride away. Uncle Mo, big. He's opening up. Boys on Toscanova is second, but this is an overwhelming performance by Uncle Mo, the son of Indian Charlie. John Velasquez just going to point him in the right direction, takes a look back. Uncle Mo, superb in the juvenile. It'll be Boys of Toscanova in second. Romance finished up third, and Biondetti ran on fourth.
See, okay, isn't that much better hearing Trevor Denman, right? Right, okay. So again, this filly, Mo Normal, a daughter of Uncle Mo, and he was such a talented racehorse already, and the fact that he went on to also be a sire who produced a Breeders' Cup Juvenile Champion with Nyquist, who then went on to win the Kentucky Derby. He's one of only 2 horses to have ever done that, the other one, of course, being Street Sense. But getting back to this filly, Mo Normal, so she's by Uncle Mo, and then her dam is New Normal by Forestry. And Forestry himself, I mean, he was a really talented racehorse, but he himself was in the 99 King's Bishop. He won that, and then he went on to the Breeders' Cup Sprint. He was your beaten favorite. He was 4th that day, beaten 3 3/4 lengths. Artax won. I'm going to show you that replay, but before I do want to mention that this filly's dam, New Normal, she won the 2010 Natalma Stakes at 2 years old, and that's a turf race at Woodbine, in case you don't know. So she's got, I mean, this bolsters the incentive to really like this filly in this spot. Again, it's 1 mile and 16th on the turf. New Normal also contested the Breeders' Cup Juvenile fillies as well as the Appalachian Stakes. She wasn't as successful in those bids, but no, to be fair, she was up against the likes of More Than Real and Winter Memories. But again, New Normal, this filly's dam, a daughter of Forestry, and as I mentioned, Forestry won the King's Bishop at Saratoga, went on to the Breeders' Cup Sprint in 1999, lost to Artax. Now, normally I just show race replays of the horses who won their races, or it was very, very close. But this Breeders' Cup Sprint was so cool. I actually want to show you the whole replay, okay? So let's take a look at the 1999 Breeders' Cup Sprint won by Artax.
And they're off. Lexicon breaks in stride from his outside post. Here comes the filly. Enjoy the Moment, streaking toward the lead, and Forestry is right there. So too Successful Appeal and Europe Stravinsky. And Artax up with the leaders now, moving down the backstretch. Enjoy the Moment, flaunting her speed. But Artax is coming to take her on right from the beginning. Successful Appeal is third. Stravinsky sprints up on the inside fourth. Forestry is now running in fifth. And then it's Kona Gold, 6 toward the inside. Vicker makes his way through. Between horses now 7th. The First Success is racing at 8th. And then Son of a Pistol 9th by 3. Lexicon is 10th, followed by Big Jag 11th. Good and Tough is running in 12th. And farther back it's Wiggle Thunder and Furlough, the last of them all. First quarter went in 22 seconds flat. They're coming to the top of the stretch, and Artax has come away with the lead. It is Artax who turns for home. Stravinsky is right there. Stravinsky on the outside. Kona Gold is coming up the fence. Successful Appeal and Forestry fighting hard down the center of the track. Big Jag still 7 lengths behind him. Good and Tough. 1:16 from the finish line. It is Artax in front. Here comes Kona Gold with the final surge as they come down to the line. Here's the winner. Artax has done it. Artax the winner by a head. Kona Gold second. Big Jag close well to be third. And there is
I just love watching these old replays and hearing the old names. I mean, you hear Colin the Gold in there. And again, Forestry, he was your beaten favorite that day, but, he held on fourth. In any case, let's get back to this filly here because, again, Forestry is her dam sire. Now, this is actually kind of funny because Grand Motion has a filly in this race himself. Again, if you're just tuning in, I'm talking about race 3 on Thursday's card at Saratoga. It is a 1.16 contest on the turf for 2-year-old fillies. Grand Motion, he starts the number 7, Lost Lake, and she's a Noble Mission filly. She started on dirt. She's getting on turf, so obviously this makes more sense. He actually trained the dam of this filly also, but not only did he train the dam, but he also trained a family member in the female family here, Irish War Cry. So again, this filly by Noble Mission from the female family of Irish War Cry. But also, Grand Motion trained the second dam, the grandmother of the filly that I'm focused on, Mo Normal. And that mare's name, New Economy, a multiple graded stakes winner. She liked to route on turf. So again, we've got that turf influence through and through in this filly's pedigree. The female family of Mo Normal also includes Noble's Promise. Now, Noble's Promise won the 2009 Grade 1 Dixiana Breeders' Fraternity, at Keeneland. And that was back when it was the all-weather track. And he followed that up with a 3rd place finish to Vale of York, who have set favored Looking at Lucky at 30-1 in the Breeders' Cup Juveniles. So again, you've got more Breeders' Cup connections there. And then adding more prestige to the female family of Mo Normal is the presence of Wavering Girl. She was Sovereign Champion 2-year-old filly of 1989. So there again, we have now the influence of precociousness. I mean, from top to bottom, this filly to me is a play. And so not only do you have Wavering Gal bringing in some class, but you also have in the female family Grade 1 winner Mamet, and this is really, really exciting, champion grass mare of 1999, Soaring Softly, who won the Breeders' Cup filly and mare turf. We're going to take a look back at Soaring Softly right now.
Perfect sting buried at the rail, and the field hits the top of the stretch. Coretta kicks in, driving on the lead. Soberana full out second. Soaring Softly flying down the center of the track, and Cafelati down toward the rail. She'll need some running room on there, opening there. Here's Coretta, here's Soaring Softly, and Soaring Softly is the winner. Soaring Softly, the queen of the American Green. A 4-way photo for second among Coretta. Late running Borgia was also right there. Cafelati also in that photo for second. The final time here, Soaring Softly, filly and mare turf champion, 2:13.4.
Okay, so again, Mo Normal, Soaring Softly is part of her female family. So again, you've got Uncle Mo in the mix as a Breeders' Cup champion. You've got Soaring Softly in the mix as a Breeders' Cup champion. Forestry, dam sire, he was competitive that day in the Breeders' Cup Sprint of the same year, 1999, as Soaring Softly. And again, it's just a really nice pedigree. When I originally chose to discuss this filly, the morning line odds were not out. It's not so surprising. She is, I believe, your morning line favorite at 5-2. So you're not getting much of a price. I will say, though, she looks the part. Just based, again, I like to project what a horse may do when it's all that blank spaces, right? With a 2-year-old race, you don't have past performances. And if you do, maybe 1 or 2 lines. So we have to fill in those blanks. And we do that by looking at the female family. We look at the sire, of course, but we just try to project what a horse is going to do based on what their family members did. So again, that is the number 3, Mo Normal, going off in race 3. It's a 7-horse field at Saratoga this Thursday, 1.16 on the grass. I think the weather should be fine. We'll see. But also, I do want to remind you that this weekend, it's pretty exciting, I will say. We've got the Challenge Series continuing with the King George VI and Queen Elizabeth Stakes at Ascot. We're going to see Enable go for her 3rd win in this race. She was last out second, in her 2020 debut, but that's all right. Gosden said that she was about 85% fit when she lost to Gaia, and what a wonderful horse he is himself. And that was in the Coral Eclipse at Sandown. So it's very exciting to see Enable now, hopefully coming back even fitter, going after a history-making third win in the King George. She's one of my, if not my favorite horse in training right now. So even though she's not part of the pedigree that I was just discussing, I would love to take a look back at her score in the 2018 Longines Breeders' Cup Turf, because the King George is a win and you're in for this year's Longines Breeders' Cup Turf. And hey, it's just fun to look at Enable whenever we can, right? So let's go ahead. We're going to take a look back again at the 2018 Longines Breeders' Cup Turf featuring Enable.
Is moving for the far turn. Let's see where she goes from here. Around the turn they go. And High Happy has taken the lead. Hunting Horn is second, and now Frankie Dettori brings Enable to the outside of them, and here she comes up for the lead as they come to the top of the stretch. Magical's moving with her, and she got an inside run, and they're into the stretch, and the two fillies are 1-2, Magical and Enable, and they kick on from Sadler's Joy. It's Enable on the outside, in the center of the turf course. She has taken the lead, and she's pulling away from Magical, who continues to battle her, though. It's these two, 1-2 down to the finish. Enable and Magical, and they're well clear of the others. Racing Royalty, Enable, and Frankie Dettori. The ARC winner is the Breeders' Cup Turf winner, too. Magical was second. It was a long way back to Sadler's Joy and ARC Low. Enable has done it.
Mike, thank you very much. And the presentation.
I mean, I still get chills just watching a replay. I happen to be blessed enough to be there that day on track, watching this filly put in this amazing performance. And actually, when she left the winner's circle, I've posted this video on Twitter before, so you've probably seen it from me already. But when she was exiting the winner's circle, I was standing right there. She walked by me, and I swear we locked eyes. We locked eyes for a moment, and I had chills run through my whole body. This is a horse that, when she was actually coming back from winning the race, Frankie was riding her back past the grandstand. Just the noise from all the fans, it was just stunning to hear that. And that's what great horses do. They capture your imagination and they leave you wanting more and more and more. And we are going to get more again. That is this Saturday, July 25th, 8:30 in the morning Eastern time. We've got the King George VI and Queen Elizabeth Quitco Stakes. It's going to be a win and you're in for the Longines Turf at Ascot. And you can catch the action on TVG, okay? So to go back to the beginning of the broadcast, I was talking about Saratoga's Thursday card, race 3, the number 3 horse, Mo Normal. She's a pedigree play for me. You're not getting a price on her. She's 5-2 on the morning line. Again, I had looked at this race before the morning line was out, but she's an obvious play, just again, based on that pedigree. And then again, to remind you, don't forget, 8:30 in the morning, tune into TVG, check out the King George, Enable going for her 3rd win in the race, and a berth into the Longines Turf at Breeders' Cup, November 7th. All right, this has been your Future Stars forecast. I'm Ren Carothers, and I will check you back here next week.